victory over Southampton. Remember Rocket Ronnie's hat-trick? We then take a more leisurely look at the remainder, ending with Leeds at White Hart Lane and a message for you from manager Jerry Francis. At the moment, you're looking at a selection of the best goals we scored this year. What entertainment we've seen. The last one, Darren Anderton's goal against Newcastle, was Jerry's choice as the best of so many brilliant goals. The season did not start so spectacularly. A heavy fine, a deduction of 12 league points before a ball is kicked, and no FA Cup after Christmas. The chairman did not approve of the punishment dealt out by the Football Association and appealed. The result, the fine was more than doubled, the points deduction was halved to 6 points at the end of the season, but still no entry to the FA Cup competition. To counter the points deduction, Mr. Sugar felt the club needed a world-class striker and surprised the whole of Europe by persuading none other than World Cup winner Jurgen Klinsmann to come to White Hart Lane. And amid all the media hype, Jurgen made his debut on the opening day against Sheffield Wednesday.
Splendid atmosphere at Hillsborough, absolute sellout, and everybody looking at Tottenham's Jurgen Klinsmann, the German making his debut. Tottenham in a change strip here of purple, rather unusual for them. But what an exciting side they have, especially in attack on paper. Now here's Sheffield Wednesday, though. Bright turning it in, and Nethercott, who's in the starting lineup from the start this season, the youngster, teamed up with Sol Campbell at the back, where Tottenham have a few more problems, and Ozzy Ardiles may be looking to buy pretty soon to sort that out. Comes off Ian Nolan, Sheffield Wednesday's new signing from Tranmere for the throw. Now, what can Anderton come up with? Always so adept at finding the right cross. Petrescu didn't cut it out. Sheringham's got a sniff of a chance, and he's put it in! 19 minutes gone, and Teddy Sheringham, top scorer for Spurs, despite all his injury problems last season, is off the mark here, and that was a bit of a nightmare for the Romanian Petrescu, who missed the cross. Good confident start this from Spurs. Nethercott plays this one forward. It's cut out by Des Walker. Klinsmann with the layoff. Anderton with the 1-2 with Sheringham. This is beautiful stuff from Spurs, and they've capped it with a goal. Half an hour gone, and Tottenham's brave new world now has produced a scoreline after only half an hour that reached Sheffield Wednesday 0, Spurs 2. Great goal this from Anderton, wonderfully worked. Is Hurst back in the Sheffield Wednesday lineup. And that's gone behind for the corner kick. Sheffield Wednesday, notoriously slow starters. They have been for the last couple of seasons in the Premiership. Ended up finishing 7th last year with a late flourish. Now here's Bart Williams with the corner for them. Sol Campbell gets it away. Out to Sheridan. Oh, here's a chance for Petrescu, and Sheffield Wednesday are back in business. The Romanian international marks his debut with a goal. Well, Petrescu scored plenty of goals in Italy, even from fullback, and here's another one. He could be a very useful signing. The versatile Sol Campbell being deployed in the centre of the defence this year. Sheffield Wednesday now hunting out an equaliser. Bart Williams is free down that side. The 1-2 with Bright. Bart Williams. Oh! Nightmare for Calderwood. 2-2. 66 minutes gone. Well, Chris Bart Williams set that up. But poor Colin Calderwood, who was out in the cold for the second half of last season at White Hart Lane, back in the side now. But an own goal for him here. Spurs rather lost the initiative at the moment, but here is Barmby. Oh, how about that? Nicky Barmby puts Tottenham back in front in this remarkable game by 3-2 with 19 minutes left on the clock, and questions here against the Sheffield Wednesday defence. There was just no tackle, was there? Sharp debut from Klinsmann. He's looked pacey and shrewd. Substitute Hazard. Plays it back to the other substitute, Gary Mabbott. Now Colin Calderwood. Klinsmann. The diving. That one is perfectly legitimate, and so too was this header. Pulled away from Walker, and it was a terrific finish. 4-2 Spurs. Time running out here for Sheffield Wednesday, and this is looking as if it's going to be the perfect start for Tottenham, who are kind of working from a handicap of being 6 points down from the beginning. Sheridan helping this one on. Watson the substitute. Chris Bart-Williams. Headed back by Taylor. Oh, terrific finish from David Hurst. Well, what next here? David Hurst, Sheffield Wednesday have missed him. He's had so many problems with Achilles injuries, but that really was spectacular. Wednesday desperately looking to come up with an equaliser as the referee takes glances at his watch here. There can't be too much longer. There isn't. It's over, and Tottenham Hotspur take their total for the season to -3 points, if you like. Good result for Spurs, splendid value for money at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday 3, Tottenham Hotspur 4.
Dimitrescu, who's got Anderton behind him. If he wants to use him, he does use him now. Anderton tries to create himself a better angle, now thinks about running at the two defenders, gets a cross in towards the far post, looking for Sheringham and Klinsmann. Cottee tries to hold it up, but Campbell breathing down his neck as ever, and Sheringham pushes forward now to Barmby. Here's Anderton, he has always the option of Kerslake to his right. Kerslake trying to get the cross in. Oh, Sheringham and Klinsmann! 2-0, 2 for Klinsmann, and a magnificent home debut seems assured already, and we've still got 10 minutes of the first half left. Not quite planned, but Sheringham and Klinsmann combine, and Spurs are 2-0 in front. Everton, incidentally, had 4 chances on goal in the first half, Spurs 5. But of course, 2 of the Spurs ones went in. Early free kick for Everton. Samway standing on it, I'm sure he'll take it. Goes short. Oh, and straight in are Everton. They bring a goal back within seconds of the restart. Paul Rideout sliding in.
Three minutes or so to go to half-time. Kerslake neatly into Barmby. There's a flag up here against Klinsmann. The finish is very good, and the player and the fans think that it's another moment to treasure here from their new favourite, but it isn't. Hughes, and again Campbell, a barrier that Manchester United couldn't surmount. With the building work going on, the crowd here around 24,500, and all of them wondering how this game is going to pan out in the second half. Walker trying to come out well. He ends up on the ground, and it turns Manchester United's way in the 4th minute of the second half.
Walker makes use of his lack of pressure, and Barmby flicks on towards Sheringham. Sheringham onside, he's got Klinsmann alongside him. Jurgen Klinsmann! And Klinsmann scores for Spurs once more. Sheringham and Klinsmann combine, and Spurs go in front, 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. Sheringham to Klinsmann. Klinsmann inside Ipswich half. A chance to run at Linnigan. Yellops over there to help. Klinsmann chips it towards Dimitrescu! 2-0 Spurs! And the foreign stars have combined for a superbly worked goal. Ili Dimitrescu scores his first for Tottenham Hotspur after Jurgen Klinsmann's magnificent through ball. The two hands in the air signal appear to mean absolutely anything. It could mean a far post or a near post, in this case a flick on, and it's 3 for Spurs. Jurgen Klinsmann scores his second of this game, his 5th of the season for Tottenham Hotspur. The gamble of bringing the German across is paying off. 3-0 to Spurs. Good work by Slater, important touch by Campbell. Edinburgh goes out to try and win it. It falls for Kawumia, and Kawumia scores for Ipswich and pulls one back in the last 10 minutes.
A superb start to the season, 3 wins from the first 4 games. Jurgen a much bigger success than anyone could anticipate. 3rd place in the league, but still the threat of that points deduction. And guess who is the first Carling player of the month? And so, on with confidence into September.
Is Edinburgh, who's fit again. Now then, one for Klinsmann to chase with Benali. It's 1-on-1 here, and Klinsmann has won it. Here's Jurgen Klinsmann! Great! If you wanted anyone to take a penalty for your life, I think in England it would be Matt Le Tissier. Oh, and he did it again, although Walker got his hand to it. That was a close thing, but Southampton are level. Oh, he's missed there, Le Tissier! Oh, nightmare for Nethercott. He missed it. Le Tissier has his second, and Spurs' nightmare may be complete.
There can't be much more of this half to run. Had 1 or 2 stoppages, treatment to a couple of players. Nethercott, one of those who was, and that's it. It's a goal. Joachim has done it. Joachim finds Lowe, and Lowe scores it. David Lowe picks the spot. And plays it forward for Sheringham on the right. Sheringham in the centre, and Klinsmann's in the clear. And he hits it and he scores. Lovely goal from Jurgen Klinsmann. Joachim at the other end. Joachim is through. And Joachim puts it away.
Ball played long there towards Sheringham. Klinsmann couldn't make it. And suddenly there's a break with Mooney now for Watford. Across the face of the goal. And Watford have scored in the opening minutes. Holdsworth getting that away for Watford. They try to thread the ball through to Klinsmann. A back heel by him. Dumitrescu's in there. Anderton's in there as well. And it's a goal! Darren Anderton makes it 1-1. Klinsmann, good turn. Has he got the better of Holdsworth here? Still Klinsmann. It's another goal for Jurgen Klinsmann, who this season is a real goal-scoring machine for Tottenham. And across towards Klinsmann. A great header. Applause from his manager. Sheringham. Dumitrescu. Well, he and Klinsmann are up there. There's room for Klinsmann. Is this the hat-trick? It is! Here at Watford again with Darren Baisley. Mooney chasing. A little trip there with Campbell. The flag has stayed down. A chance for Mooney! It's the second now for Watford. Hill. Here's Sheringham, and this time he has scored. Klinsmann, Sheringham, knocked down for Dumitrescu. This is another one, surely. makes it 6. Payne, and now Johnson, flicked on by him. Essenthala with a chance here for Watford, maybe. That's another one. That makes it 3 for Watford, 6 for Tottenham.
I think that Tottenham is a very good and very big club, and Dumitrescu, my friend, played in Tottenham, and I come here to play very good football. I try to play very good football, and we'll be see.
What did Ili Dumitrescu say to you?
I spoke in Romania with Dumitrescu. I said to me that Tottenham is a very good club and a very nice club, and Attila is a very good man, and he played very well against Ipswich Town, against Manchester United, and he feel very good with Klinsmann, and I decided to come here to play with Dumitrescu and Klinsmann and the other players.
Collymore. And again. That's a good little ball inside. Great chance here for Forest. And they have taken the lead. Steve Stone opens the scoring as Nottingham Forest take the lead. And it's been coming. This is Edinburgh. And Dumitrescu. Great play from Dumitrescu. Now Hazard. Stone. Still Stone. And a header comes in from Brian Roy. Brian Roy has headed Forest into the lead. And in comes the cross. Roy! Brilliant! 3-1. So Brian Roy whipped in the finish, and Forest go 3-1 up. Roy. That's a great ball. And Bohinen. It's a lovely chip! Oh, it's a brilliant goal from Lars Bohinen! That's 4-1.
By the end of September, the bubble had burst. Victory over Watford in the Coca-Cola Cup, the only success. 3 league defeats and down to 12th.
Despite the North London side's attacking policy taking a back seat, it was Tottenham who took the lead, sharing one target and the first to applaud the contribution of Darren Anderton. This game was billed as make or break for manager Ardiles, and when Wimbledon hit back within 2 minutes, the Argentinian must have been getting just a touch edgy. If one thing is certain in football, it has to be that Wimbledon will always make life as hard as possible. Steve Tallboys, the scorer. That said, Spurs were still looking the more dangerous side, despite their more pragmatic approach. But an anxious Ozzy Ardiles had to wait until the 63rd minute before his side were back in front. Jorge Popescu with what turned out to be the winner.
The crowd still buzzing after the wonderful free-flowing Tottenham move, and also the burst by Klinsmann that so nearly led to the opening goal. The header comes in, it's there! And Foster has given Watford the lead and made it 6-4 on aggregate. A powerful header. Here's Klinsmann now. What a challenge for the defenders. Great touch to Barnby. Can he finish this time? No flag this time. Nicky Barnby equalises on the night. And Spurs have a 3-goal advantage in aggregate once again, thanks to the brilliance of Klinsmann and the striking finish of Nicky Barnby. So Watford have a corner now. Number 4 is Colin Foster. Watch out for him. He's sure to be the target man. Campbell
with him at the moment. In comes the corner, and Foster does go in with Campbell, who missed kick completely. And then comes the drive, comes in. It's still 1-1, and a great chance. It's now 2-1 to Watford. Make that 7-5 on aggregate. Tyler. And, away goes Barnby. He's got Klinsmann unmarked. Jurgen Klinsmann. That was a brilliant finish. Tyler. Little chip. It's a great chance. It's a goal. Watford have the lead, and it was curled in. It's 3-2 on the night. Sinclair. Still Sinclair. That's a good early cross. Must score. And it's 1-0 to Queen's Park Rangers. And Andy Impey has arrived at the far post to beat Ian Walker. Here's Barnby. Klinsmann. To Hill. Is that Klinsmann in again? Barnby! That's it! That's it! And it's 1-1.
On by Popescu. Here's Dumitrescu, his Romanian teammate. Barnby making the run ahead of him. Here's Sheringham now. And Dumitrescu. Oh, magical footwork. Lukic with the save. Dumitrescu and Sheringham to punish Leeds. 27 minutes gone and Tottenham take the lead. Teddy Sheringham with his 4th of the season. McAllister clearly showing no ill effects from the injury that kept him out of Scotland's game in the week. Pulled back by Dorigo. Gazelle couldn't clear. And a goal for Dean! 62 minutes gone, and at last, Brian Dean's endeavours in front of goal have been rewarded.
So Campbell, with his head on that, it falls to Nicky Summerby. Mitchell picking up Gary Flitcroft. Lomas getting the cross in, it's cut up by Campbell, it's fallen to Walsh, and Walsh puts it away to give City a 1-0 lead in the 16th minute here at Main Road. Sheringham finding Popescu, the centre circle. Sheringham again, here's Dazelle, he's played it forward for Klinsmann to run onto. Klinsmann's gone round to Dibble, it's got to be a penalty, and it is. Klinsmann was round Dibble. Now Teddy Sheringham, having missed 3 penalties already this season, has given up the job of taking them. It has fallen to Ili Dimitrescu to take the penalty for Spurs against Andy Dibble. And he equalises for Spurs. Ili Dimitrescu, his 3rd Premiership goal of the season from the penalty spot. Flitcroft. Good ball out to Summerby on the right. Somebody's got time, picks his spot, and that's straight. That's a goal. Good goal from Niall Quinn. Borstead got the first header in. Walker saved well. They can only parry it, and Niall Quinn following it up. Leeds 2 Spurs players are dancing, comes away with the ball, and he's played Niall Quinn in. Quinn gets a crossover for Walsh, and Walker saves, and it's gone in. And with the clock already in stoppage time, Paul Walsh gets his 2nd of the afternoon. Jason Dazelle picking out Ili Dimitrescu, feeding in Klinsmann, and Edgehill can't. Back. Oh, it's a goal for Spurs. So quickly in the 2nd half, it's another one for Dimitrescu. Neat flick back from Klinsmann, set up the move. almost stumbles to the ground. It's Peter Beagley now. Peter Beagley's gone round David Kerslake. It's onto his left foot. He gets the crossover, and it's a header. And that is Steve Lomas, who's got City's fourth. Walsh out pacing Ricky Hazard, and Walsh got past Campbell. And Walsh on the hat-trick. He gets the crossover, and there's another. And it's Gary Flitcroft. And there's great questions must be asked about the Spurs defence in that move. Leg. And Walker. Long ball forward, looking for a Garner. Garner gets a head on it, he's flicked it forward. It's Turner, the skipper. He checks in, picks out a Garner. Garner gets across it, and he scores. Mills. He's got Maswigan on his outside. He puts the low cross in. And who is picking up Tony Garner? Sol Campbell gets his head on that, tries to clear the lines for Spurs, but it's still with Notts County. It's Andy Legg once again. Garner picks out Legg, he gets the crossover, it's been deflected back, and it's in. And Legg puts the cross over. Too strong. That's a goal kick, is it? It's not got out of play, and it's still with County, and Garner trying to turn Campbell. He does, and that's a simple tapping goal for Gary Maswigan.
Jurgen Klinsmann hadn't scored for 4 matches, but he ended that barren spell with a vital breakthrough after 18 minutes. Nick Barmby and Ili Dumitrescu were involved in the intricate move which led to the goal. The German striker was left with an easy tap-in effort, which helped ease the pressure on his beleaguered manager. 3 minutes before half-time, the Hammers deservedly pulled level. Mike Marsh created the opening for Matthew Rush to score. Sheringham, who'd been left out of the starting lineup, was determined to prove a point. He's found goals hard to come by, but he'd only been on the pitch 4 minutes when he restored their lead with his 5th of the campaign. Their 3rd goal arrived in spectacular fashion after 63 minutes. Sheringham releasing Barmby, who hammered a powerful shot past Ludek McCloskey.
6 points from 5 games during October was a slight improvement, but cup defeat against Notts County cost manager Ozzy Ardiles his job.
That was my dream, and I'm very disappointed that at the end of the day I wasn't successful. And probably I will probably be even more sad in the days to come. Really, when it really hits me, when I wake up in the morning, I don't go for training, or I don't do anything really. You cannot live your life playing golf all the time. So this is when probably will hit me more. But yes, of course, it's a very sad day for me.
Ozzy, I'm sure would have got there, or we would have got there as a partnership. Unfortunately, he hasn't been allowed, the time to do that for various reasons. So hopefully I can carry on Ozzy's good work and make sure that, eventually we get a team here to be proud of, and one that brings honours back to White Hart Lane.
Defeat against the league leaders last November was to be Steve's only game as manager.
Still Sutton. Dangerous ball led towards Shearer. Goes and Wilcox to steer it in. 8 minutes gone. Jason Wilcox with his 4th goal of the season to give Blackburn the lead. And it all stemmed from the sheer persistence down the flank of Chris Sutton, then the predatory instincts of Alan Shearer. Wilcox to guide it in. Now Blackburn on the rampage again with Shearer away from Mabbott. And a foul by Edinburgh. It's a penalty. Inside the box, says referee Terry Holbrook. Well, Edinburgh didn't think so. Alan Shearer has the chance to make it 2-0. Faced by Ian Walker. Oh, and he was unlucky then, the keeper. Machira scores his 12th of the season. That's 2 in successive matches now.
I've always had a situation where I've had to work perhaps in difficult conditions in terms of finance, in terms of keeping hold of my players, and I don't think I'll have that problem here. So that will enable me, hopefully, to put the work in on the training pitch, which I feel I do well, and trying to change Spurs into a championship side eventually, which is obviously the chairman's aim.
A warm welcome for Jerry from the fans, looking to him to put Spurs back at the top. After just 27 minutes, however, there were doubts. Villa had gone 3 up. 5 minutes before half-time, we pulled one back.
Away goes Anderton. Exchanging passes, hopefully with Klinsmann. The German did well. This is Anderton. Now floats a little curling cross, must be a goal in! Teddy Sheringham! Spurs have got one back, and Teddy Sheringham gets it! And now we've got a match, maybe! And inside the penalty area, now the linesman's flagging, and that's a penalty! Well, this time, the penalty's been given by the linesman. Now, Jurgen Klinsmann has the responsibility. A penalty to Spurs. Klinsmann, they've missed 3 at home, remember. Klinsmann, brave enough to want to take it. It's Klinsmann against Bosnich, the penalty specialist, and Klinsmann scores! Now Spurs are right back in it. And Jurgen Klinsmann gets the penalty. And White Hart Lane erupts. Popescu making a run. Campbell coming as it's floated in, and Sheringham heads it down. Klinsmann and Sheringham. It's McGrath again. Oh, how cool can he be? Well, he's a little bit too cool. This is Barmby. Into the penalty area. Popescu drives one. Barmby! Inside Barmby again. Still Barmby. It must be in. It's Klinsmann. The German's done it. And what about that? An amazing scene here at White Hart Lane. Bosnich beaten. Klinsmann's got it. It's 3-3. 90 minutes. And still there's more. So many talking points at the end of this match. As Saunders, still Saunders. Oh, Dean Saunders wins it for Villa. Would you believe it? In stoppage time.
Campbell has done 2. Good work from Sol Campbell. Can he find a telling pass? It's a great ball in. They had no luck in front of goal there, Tottenham Hotspur. It was a brilliant piece of work by Sol Campbell to set up Sheringham. Good touch from Sheringham. Here's Klinsmann. Here's Barmby. Here's Sheringham. Here's Sheringham again. If he can keep it low, he must score. Great save by Dimitri Karnin. And so, a bit careless. Popescu, can he profit? Good ball in. Sheringham. There's a great ball in from Zika Popescu. And Teddy Sheringham again looks the man most likely to break the deadlock here. Barmby. Austin. Yes, no, but not by very much. It dropped beautifully for Popescu. Walker must collect this, and does it easily. Good keeping. And an interesting kick out too. Oh, very interesting for Spurs. Sheringham.
Campbell there again.
trying to police him, but Mellon goes down. What's the referee given here? It's the penalty. And Sol Campbell is disgusted by that. Fowler against Walker. 1-0. Robbie Fowler gives Liverpool the lead. We're into the last quarter of an hour here. Now, Campbell. Oh, it's gone in! And Sol Campbell has created the goal. It will go down as an own goal, but it matters not. Tottenham are level. Ruddock got the touch. What an irony.
1 win in 3 was far from instant success for Jerry Francis, but the clean sheet against Chelsea, the first for 18 months, was a step in the right direction.
This is Lee Clark. Beardsley trying to find Fox. Anderton now. Tony Sheringham, one-on-one. Sheringham. Tony Sheringham scores for Tottenham. And the header comes in. It's there. You just cannot keep this man out of the scoring. Well, Ruel Fox heads it home, he glances it home, and it's 1-1. So here comes the cross. Sheringham! Oh! Newcastle United goal. That's his 50th goal for Tottenham, and Sheringham volleyed in some style. Spurs lead 2-1. It's Sheringham with goal number 50 in his Spurs career. Well, the Spurs fans giving their side a tremendous ovation. It really has been an excellent match in so many reasons, as Beresford floats it in, and Fox is in again. Matthew and Lee Clark with the drive, hits the post, and Fox scores a second. So 2-2, Ruel Fox scores, and Newcastle are back in it. Klinsmann, he's got the pace. Has he got the vision to find anybody with this move? Still Klinsmann. And Sheringham to Dean Austin. Great ball from Sheringham. Austin floats in the cross. Goal! Must be a goal! It's scored. It's Sheringham. And it's the hat-trick. Teddy Sheringham gets a hat-trick for Spurs. And Spurs have a 3-2 advantage. And Sheringham has the hat-trick. Here's Sheringham. Howell's trying to find him again, but that was mistimed. Well, Peter Beardsley got a last-minute winner for Newcastle in this fixture last year. Popescu, and again Popescu. Giga Popescu! Well, Giga Popescu has waited a long time for that.
December the 9th turned out to be a historic day for the club. The case against the FA's penalty for irregular payments brought by Alan Sugar to independent arbitration came out in his favour. The points reduction was withdrawn, along with the exclusion from the FA Cup. This meant a meteoric rise up the Premiership from relegation threat 4 off the bottom to relative safety in 11th place. Spurs have been placed in the FA Cup third round draw a week earlier, with a bye for their opposition as a proviso.
Bye or Tottenham Hotspur? Number 48, Altrincham.
I obviously took the job basically or virtually certain that it wasn't going to be turned round. Alan Sugar was quite adamant that there was no way that I could rely on anything happening in that area. And so I had to sort of look at the job and take the job, knowing that A, we were 15th, B, if you take the 6 points off, we were in the bottom 4, C, there was no money to spend, and D, we were out of the FA Cup. So I did take the job expecting that to be the case. So obviously, for me especially, and everybody else, when it turned out to be otherwise, it was a great boost.
Well, we haven't seen the glut of goals that we did in the first match, but there's still plenty of time. In comes the cross now, great opportunity there, we have the first. Sheffield Wednesday take the lead, and well, a rare goal from Ian Nolan. Here's Klinsmann. Now a chance here, Tottenham have a great opportunity and they score. Nicky Barmby gets the equaliser. And Klinsmann again set him up. 1-1. And Campbell gets there. Rosenthal wanted to come across but decides to tuck out, and Waddle came across there, and Waddle picks up possession once again. Mark Williams, and that was Howes. Now, Klinsmann makes the run. He's in fashion. You'll have to go a long way to see a better strike than that. Jurgen Klinsmann has had plenty of bad luck, but that was a bullet. Another corner to Tottenham. Anderton floats in the corner, they're queuing up at the near post to Fledder, and it must be a chance here, and in! 3-1, Colin Calderwood has surely made the game safe for Tottenham now.
A dull 0-0 draw at Goodison followed 2 wins, and now Carrow Road on Boxing Day.
Calderwood, Austin. Anderton and Austin again, the Spurs look to build from the back. Sheringham did well to play Anderton, he's onside, he's in the box, he crosses it, and it's Barmby, and he scores, and Spurs have gone 1 goal up. Well, 2 minutes and 15 seconds of stoppage time already elapsed. And Spurs can come away with Teddy Sheringham looking up, he's gone, and that's come off a defender, it's there, and Spurs have scored in injury time. And Teddy Sheringham, who's had a relatively quiet game by his own standards, has scored Spurs second in stoppage time. Sheringham cuts inside Ullathorne. In fact, it comes off Ullathorne's foot and it drops way over Brian Gunn into the back of the net. And that is it, the final whistle. Smiles on the faces of all Spurs fans and Spurs players as they go to applaud their supporters. Dejection on the face of the Norwich City players.
The following day, a match against Crystal Palace. The result, a 3rd clean sheet in a row, and a very tired side.
And away goes Armstrong, here's a chance. Well, it was worth the effort, and in the end it goes out, hits the corner flag, and goes out for a goal kick. Austin. Anderton. Popescu. Sheringham. Great turn. Good save from Martin. Best opportunity of the match so far. Teddy Sheringham. And it bounced off. Give me all credit to Martin for making the save from Teddy Sheringham. Barmby to take this one. Klinsmann making himself available. And Klinsmann did well. Feels he was caught. Didn't like the challenge at all. Anderton surely will take this. Barmby flicks it to him, Anderton floated in. Now, Klinsmann! Good chance, he struck it well. It's amazing these world-class players like Jurgen Klinsmann, how easy they make those opportunities look.
ball floats it into the penalty area, and it's not properly cleared. Here's Sheringham, he should get there. He does get there. Now the cross comes in from Austin. This is Rosenthal. Here's David Howells! Great save from Nigel Martin. Well, that was a wonderful piece of goalkeeping from Martin, and Howells struck it superbly.
Tottenham's revival continued in impressive style. It's now 8 games unbeaten for Jerry Francis and his team. They were ahead after only 7 minutes. Julian Darby heading into his own net. A bad way to see out the old year. They were blown away by an explosive Spurs spell of 3 goals in 14 second-half minutes. Teddy Sheringham fighting Nicky Barmby, who notched his 7th of the season. Happy now he's seen off the challenge for his plays from the Romanian Ilie Dumitrescu, who's now gone on loan to Seville. Jurgen Klinsmann making a surging run before using Nicky Barmby. His incisive cross found Darren Anderton, who sent a glancing header past Steve Grizovic. And Teddy Sheringham completed the route, latching onto Jurgen Klinsmann's flick header before demonstrating the confidence that's flooding through his and Tottenham's game. His smart finish produced with a good deal of nonchalance and panache, taking him to 11 goals for the season.
December was a revelation. No defeats in 6 matches, 6th place in the league, back in the FA Cup, and those 6 points deducted have disappeared.
Windburn chipping this down the line. Campbell does well to win it in the air right. Total miscue from him. He hasn't quite looked in the mood so far tonight, Ian Wright, but that could change, of course, in an instant. Schwartz. Schwartz had an absolute cracker in that recent away when we showed you Arsenal Manchester City. He scored a great goal as well. Playing in his first North London derby tonight, as is Jurgen Klinsmann. Now, Anderton away here. Popescu's waiting in the middle if he can be found. Here's Popescu, and that's a goal for Spurs! Oh, beautifully done by Tottenham. 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur, and the Romanian Gica Popescu, who nearly didn't play tonight, has got it. Ref takes a check on his watch and ends it. Jerry Francis scores yet another win. Spurs extend this extraordinary run under his management to 9 games unbeaten. It's their best run for 4 years. 5 consecutive clean sheets.
I've seen a few London derbies between Tottenham and Arsenal over recent years, and I always felt at times a little bit that Tottenham might have been outfought. They wasn't outplayed as such, but at times they were outfought by a very, very good Arsenal side over a number of years that have won a lot of medals and a lot of cups. But I thought on the day we did well when we could, playing wise, and when we needed to dig in there and be strong, we were, and it won us the game, I think.
Now for the match that may not have been. Altrincham in the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
Up goes Austin. There's Klinsmann. Rosenthal, but Spurs win the free kick and take it quickly. Ronnie Rosenthal's away. Now Barmby's in the centre, so is Klinsmann. They haven't picked up Sheringham, and the ball comes in, and Teddy Sheringham opens the scoring for Tottenham after 8 minutes. Near post, possibly. Here it comes, and they're queuing up inside the penalty area. Collins got hold it, and it's driven in by Ronnie Rosenthal. Away comes Sheringham. That's a good early cross. Fine header. Brilliant goal. And Nethercott heads it home, and Altringham's dream dies here.
Safely through to round 4, now back to league business, and the clean sheet record goes.
Brown forward for Matty Holmes. Here's Bura. Finds Michael Hughes, the Northern Ireland international. He's looking for Bura, and he finds him! And West Ham have the lead on 10 minutes with a beautiful cross
from Hughes. And here comes the man, capped 4 times by England, Darren Anderton. Target once against Greece. He'll supply the cross. Klosko makes a mess of it. Sheringham! And Teddy Sheringham has got the equaliser for Tottenham Hotspur. Barnby, Klinsmann, what a chance this is! And he's done it! Jurgen Klinsmann puts Tottenham 2-1 ahead!
Revenge time for Jerry Francis. Villa, you remember, was his first match in charge. That was spoiled by a late winner from Dean Saunders. It was Saunders and keeper Bosnich who did the damage at Villa Park. The first defeat in 12 matches. Fortunately, that horrific clash didn't prevent Jurgen taking his place in the lineup at Roker Park for the 4th round FA Cup tie. It remained scoreless until the second half.
Of course, in the ideal world for the fans up here, they would love to knock out Spurs and then draw Newcastle in the next round. No harm in dreaming. But here at Tottenham with Sheringham, danger. Oh, it hits the post! Teddy Sheringham howls! Plays it back in again. Popescu off the line by Bennett, but with his hand, and it's a penalty kick. Penalty kick for the handball. He's done it. 17th of the season for Klinsmann. First for Spurs here. Tottenham are 1 up. And Sunderland have to try and level things with 10 men. Campbell. Oh, Sheringham. How he rather committed himself. Here's Sheringham. He might make them pay. He has. Teddy Sheringham. 2-0. And surely no way back for Sunderland now. Anderton, who does deliver a quality cross. Oh, Mabbott deflected home. That's another one. Gary Mabbott. 3-0. Now Ferguson. This is better from Sunderland. But the move ends there. No, it doesn't, because Campbell has given it to Scott. And Phil Gray has scored. That's a miscue which allows Popescu to get in. Klinsmann. Popescu. Sheringham towards the far post. Klinsmann, 4-1. 2 for Klinsmann, and that settles it once and for all.
The next match was back at the Lane against league leaders Blackburn Rovers. Before the match, Jerry Francis was belatedly presented with Manager of the Month for December. His side celebrated.
Barnby. Klinsmann ahead of it. Sheringham's gone to the left. It slipped through for Jurgen Klinsmann for Tottenham, and it's through Mims and Spurs lead. It's deflected. It's 2 out of 2. Unlucky for Mims. Headed back by Sherwood. Sutton will get there. Walker started to come, has checked and gone back. Sutton's cross. Shearer. Sherwood. Klinsmann. Anderton. Another goal for Tottenham, and surely that will be that. There it is. Nick Barnby!
There followed a confident trip to West London, and the best start for us as Sheringham got on the end of a near-post corner. Old Spurs favourite player-manager Glenn Hoddle supplied the cross, and captain Dennis Wise stole a point.
Spurs yet to settle in this midfield. Klinsmann, he gets it. What a fantastic goal. Jurgen Klinsmann, that is his 20th goal of the season. It looked like there was no danger. The ball dropped in, Grobler was coming out. Klinsmann, with his right foot, sticks out the toe. 1-0 to Tottenham. Fantastic example, turning players. Southampton on the boat. Ball to Kenner. He beats Edinburgh. Penalty. It is penalty has been given. Justin Edinburgh on Jeff Kenner. Can Letitia get it? Oh, fine goal, Letitia. Walker got his hand to it. Not enough.
Tottenham down to 10 at the moment as Akoku drives it in. Wimbledon take the lead. Edinburgh and Sheringham peels away. Sheringham gets up and Klinsmann! It's 1-1 and Jurgen Klinsmann had the simple task of getting the equaliser. Spurs level and the German does it. Here's Akoku. Oh, good play from Efan Akoku. He's still going. It's a great run from Efan Akoku. He's still going. Oh, what a solo goal from Efan Akoku. How about that?
The new year saw 6 successive clean sheets, equaling the club record, and progress through 2 rounds of the FA Cup. Now for the 5th round replay. A disastrous start saw Spurs 2 goals down. Then Jerry pulled a masterstroke by sacrificing Stuart Nethercott for Ronnie Rosenthal before half-time.
Oh, brilliantly done from Sheringham. Barmby. Oh, great goal. Rosenthal. Here's Rosenthal again. Colourful, cosmopolitan character. Oh, what a night Ronnie Rosenthal is having. It's 2-2. Rosenthal, a hat-trick, a fantastic strike. Grobler could do nothing about it. Ronnie Rosenthal is running riot here for Tottenham. Here's Moncal. Ooh, he's missed it. Benali is quick, but Klinsmann has got there first. Jurgen Klinsmann. Sheringham is there. Beautiful play by Klinsmann. Sheringham's round Grobler. Tottenham can look towards a trip to Anfield in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And then here's Barmby. Well, Spurs are running riot here. Nick Barmby, it's 5-2. Barmby. Robillard is trying to shadow him and intercept. He's well out of position. Anderton, Robillard scurrying back. Anderton puts it in. It is 6-2.
Rocket Ronnie claims the ball. More comprehensive coverage, interviews and features of the season so far that you have just seen can be found on the Hotspurs Video, Volumes 1 and 2, available from good video stockists and the Spurs shop. Now the result of the competition in Volume 2. A was Teddy Sheringham, B Colin Calderwood, and C was Justin Edinburgh. And the winner, Richard Barker from Penn in Buckinghamshire. Now we continue with our season. At the beginning of March, the team were placed in 6th position and looking European material as they faced Nottingham Forest. The game was scoreless until the 79th minute when young Nicky Barmby played in Jurgen Klinsmann, who in turn gave Sheringham a simple task. Forest was soon on terms. Ian Wone turning the ball inside to Lars Bohinen, who rifled his shot past Ian Walker. It was Ian Wone again causing problems for our defence. A high hopeful ball pursued by Lee. His challenge went through Walker, and Forest were in front. Three minutes from time and we had a rare and welcome sight. Colin Calderwood on hand to turn in a ball from Ronnie. An easier task the following week. Ipswich were the visitors and they were already destined for the drop. Within 2 minutes, Jurgen was on hand to help them on their way. "13 minutes later, Darren Anderton's corner, Mabbott's flick on, and Nicky Barmby fires home. A rout was on the cards, but a third goal did not arrive until the 83rd minute after a wild scramble. Sheringham's cross was met by the unfortunate Youds for an amazing own goal. In the days following, the club announced a new sponsorship deal with Hewlett-Packard.
We're delighted that Hewlett-Packard is becoming our main sponsor. Very simply, their name will be on the front of our shirts, and they will also participate in various other sponsorship activities associated with that.
This sponsorship deal is, we believe, one of the largest in British football, and it certainly is the largest sponsorship for Hewlett-Packard. And we're looking forward to a long association with Spurs. We've decided to back Tottenham as part of our goal of becoming one of the best-known household names.
New sponsors on our shirts for Mabbott's and budding Mabbott's. He looks a mean stopper in the making. There should be no missing Ian Walker with a back pass next season, even if the floodlights fail. Makes a good job modelling the outfit too. Maybe he's done it before. For a team that were banned from FA Cup competition until December, progress to the 6th round is not a bad achievement. But that comeback at the Dell, the lads were confident at Anfield. After the glory of Anfield, Old Trafford was a disappointing affair 4 days later as the team played out a goalless draw. Another team already destined for the drop were the White Hart Lane visitors 4 days later, when visiting supporters occupied the upper tier of our magnificent new South Stand for the first time. Spurs were finding it difficult to breach the Leicester defence, Teddy coming closest with this header in the second half. It was left to Jurgen to break the deadlock with 8 minutes left, his acrobatic opportunism winning the day. Liverpool were the next visitors looking for FA Cup revenge. It finished in a stalemate. By contrast, and as is so often the case, there was a goal glut at the Dell.
Southampton with yet another corner. The header's in. Heaney got the final touch. A little flick header, and Neil Heaney with his second Premiership goal in as many games. Southampton's remaining games include trips to Manchester United and Liverpool, but the home games against Queen's Park Rangers, Sheffield Wednesday, Leicester and Crystal Palace, they will think look winnable.
Well, as we know, particularly towards the end of any season, when the nerves start jangling, promotion and relegation, the game certainly isn't played on paper, and winnable games sometimes are lost.
Oh, Sheringham's got it away!
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
And that's the equaliser. What a nightmare for Southampton. And on his 29th birthday, Teddy Sheringham equalises, and Bruce Grobbelaar feels that the earth ought to swallow him up.
Well, it's quite amazing, really, because Bruce needed to come out and fly kick it, and And as I said, as I saw that ball coming, oh dear, 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 it was though he was waiting, and he was waiting for a ball that just didn't have enough pace on it to get to him. He had to go and attack that ball.
Paul got an interception in. Now's Rosenthal away again. Jurgen Klinsmann. Sheringham. Can Barmy get in behind? Moncal had to get that and did. Klinsmann's whipped it away. Oh, terrific effort from the German.
Really wonderful half volley. Marvellous skill, the way he took it down his chest. Absolutely brilliant. There's the clearance by Moncal, got it away, and that's clever. And facing outwards, he's reversed his volley. Superb half volley.
Southampton with all those red and white striped shirts back. Here's Ronnie Rosenthal. Oh, Klinsmann's in here, and he scored. 2-1. Lovely play by Tottenham, and Jurgen Klinsmann hammers in his 25th goal of the season. It was beautifully worked.
A marvellous little pass by Rosenthal. Klinsmann moved so cleverly away from the back line.
Gets his first goal in 5 matches, and the Saints are back on level terms. Maddison to Heaney. This game beautifully poised. Heaney plays this in again. Shipley, Letitia, is this the goal? Yes! Southampton are ahead, and Matt Letitia strikes again in the week that England discarded it. The Southampton fans are in full voice here at the moment. For the second home match running, they've seen their side hit 3 goals. All Moncal's mistake. How costly will that be? Sheringham and Klinsmann, the deadly duo, are there. Barmby's in support. Here's Barmby! Anderton to Rosenthal. The danger's not over yet. Rosenthal back in again. Grobbelaar! Sheringham has scored! 3-3. And you wonder where this is going to end.
Well, I'm a lucky man. I get invitations to Southampton Tottenham games. A super ball, little ball. When Sheringham played the first ball across, Klinsmann was clever. Barmby, good feet. When it came back, super play that. And then I thought Rosenthal's chip was magnificent. Bruce was at full stretch. He couldn't do too much about it. There's a predator.
The confidence has visibly flowed back for Matthew Letitia with the 2 goals here. As Heaney plays this in again. And that gets it away. Magilton! Oh, what a goal! Jim Magilton! And now it's 4-3. Here's Anderton. Barnby. Can Klinsmann get this down? He did, but Grobbelaar was right there. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Sheringham and Anderton. Might it drop for Klinsmann? Oh, Grobbelaar with a remarkable save. Mama was in there as well. And Bruce Grobbelaar, villain early on in the piece, was hero there all right.
Grobbelaar making up for his earlier error, but we were still in 7th position in the league with the semi-final to come at Ellen Road, Leeds. The outcome is now history.
And the final whistle goes. Everton and Joe Royle are into the FA Cup final. It's the first time he's done it as manager. Jerry Francis knows on the day his side were outplayed.
A bitter disappointment for the team as the players unanimously agreed when we spoke to them at the training ground.
Highest point of the season, I think the win at Anfield in the FA Cup. Probably because of the way we won it in the last minute as well. But I mean, it was a fantastic game. If it had finished 1-1, it would have still been a very memorable game. But to nick it like we did in the last minute, I think that was the high point, yeah.
Lowest?
Lowest was the next game actually against Everton. Notts County was a bit of a low as well, but I think to losing the semi-final to Everton, it still comes a little bit below the Notts County.
The Liverpool game was just an amazing game to play in. I think everyone went through all the emotions there, and then of course to get to semi-final, but the way it ended, really is one to forget really. But it's probably the biggest game I've played in, and it's just disappointing not to get to the final.
High point. There's been a lot of high points. I think the win at Liverpool in the cup was probably the best one for us, and the worst was the semi-final.
We found out about some interests outside football.
Tell me about Elegant Brandy.
Yes, me and Kevin Watson have got a dog. You know, we've had it about 8 months now, and it started off a bit of a, we thought we got a bit of a dodgy dog here, but it's come good for us, and we put it over the traps in the last few races and put it in the Grand National, and it come in for us.
It's 5, Ace Choice who gets the best break at the first flight of 5, and it's Ace Choice in the lead. Elegant Brandy's got the inside, well back in the pack is 2. Major bunching there, Fixed Flower in second place, but Elegant Brandy's got the run of the race. This is the third flight, 2 more to take. Elegant Brandy in the lead, clear by 3 legs to Fixed Flower in second. Here comes Fair through to second place now. This is the final bend, 1 more flight of hurdles. Elegant Brandy it is. Fair is flying at the death. It's going to be very close this. Oh, at the line, Elegant Brandy takes it. Fair is second. Bit of a shock outcome here.
Trap 1, decisive for Elegant Brandy. He stayed on really well, and receiving the trophy, the part owner, is Kevin Watson, who's a player with Spurs and is on loan now to Barnet. The other owner, Stuart Nethercott, is a Spurs player and an under-21 international.
It's been an up and down season at Spurs this year.
Yes, it has. We started off, we fought relegation last season, and we come in, expected to do well this season, and we started off quite well, and then we had a bad run in the middle of the season, and Ozzy lost his job, and Jerry's come in and done a good job for us. And the last couple of games, we've let ourselves down a little bit.
There's talk that there's another career taking off with this modelling. Any truth in it?
No, I don't think so really. I just do it for a bit of a laugh really. People ask me to do it, and I'll do it, but don't take it seriously really. It's nice when you get a few nice women on your arm doing it. So, but that's about it really. Just it's nice now and again, something different, bit of a change.
At the start of the season, would you have thought you would have had the #1 spot?
No, not really. I just thought I'd get in and try and do my best, which I did, and unfortunately the results weren't going our way. We're letting in quite a few goals, which wasn't particularly down to me, but still, it bears on the goalkeeper. So, when we started getting a few clean sheets and that, then I thought I'd stay in. I thought my performances were quite good, so therefore I thought I could stay in the side.
The England call up as well?
Yeah, that was a nice surprise to start with. It was the first time I got in was a shock really, and but it just shows the way the lads are playing. I mean, Colin's got in the Scottish side and done really well. So if you're playing in a good side at doing well, then you've got chances of getting in. And now I've been quite a sort of a regular in the squad, and just hoping to stay in there.
And congratulations on a great season for Ian. Next up, the rearranged fixture against Manchester City and revenge for the 5-2 defeat at Main Road. Things did not look too good when a defensive misunderstanding let in City's German import Uwe Rosler to open the scoring. But soon after, our German sold a dummy, and David Howells, making an intelligent run, was able to equalise. Four minutes from time, and a precise free kick from Darren Anderton made a German double possible, and Jurgen gave us the points. Selhurst Park, the next port of call, and with Palace looking relegation in the face, it was never going to be easy.
Popescu, lovely ball to Edinburgh, brilliant ball.
Spurs looking to weave their intricate patterns on the edge of the opposition penalty area. Austin long. Oh, and it's Rosenthal at the other end and misses his kick. Well, the hero turns villain. Calderwood's free kick. Klinsmann nearly getting in here with Young, and he's got it now, Jurgen Klinsmann! And well saved, Reece Wilmot with his knees. Armstrong, maybe something for Palace here. Armstrong has scored! Chris Armstrong gets only his 5th goal in the FA Carling Premiership this season. Miscontrol by Southgate, but Tottenham are running out of time. Popescu, Sheringham, brave header by Gordon, and a free kick for the challenge by Southgate on Sheringham. We're in the 87th minute. Central, about 23 yards out. Referee wants it taken back a yard. Call that 25 if you like. Jurgen Klinsmann fancies his chances. Here is Klinsmann. Oh, he's done it! What a tremendous goal by Jurgen Klinsmann. 27th of the season to rescue this for Spurs and maybe put a nail into Palace's coffin.
Well, that really was a tremendous goal, wasn't it? I mean, they took their time setting it up. I mean, Dean Austin seemed to take an eternity to set it up, but look at that. That's unstoppable. Underside of the bar, not a goalkeeper in the world would have saved that. It really is a world-class goal from a world-class player.
Another hard match against a team fighting for its Premiership life. Norwich are the visitors. Before the game, the Football Trust presented Tottenham with a cheque for £2.8 million, a contribution towards our ground improvements, which are very near completion. And we showed off our large screen with a short test transmission.
Anderton. Nicky Barmby's found plenty of width so far down this left-hand side. Popescu. Edinburgh. Lots of movement from Spurs. They're looking up for this today. This is Klinsmann. And Barmby went down under a heavy challenge. But Roger Gifford wasn't that interested in the penalty appeal. Dean Austin. Popescu takes over. Anderton. No offside against Teddy Sheringham. And that'll do for Teddy Sheringham. It's goal number 21 of the season. But here's the goal once more. That little bit of invention at last provided. There's something different provided by Darren Anderton. And I think it was John Newsom who played Teddy Sheringham onside. It was fatal. Rosenthal. Austin's gone outside him. Rosenthal used him by not using him. Good shot too, and it hit Marshall in the face. Mabbott, he was brought down, Gary Mabbott, but the referee let it go. Barmby to Austin. Space again for Barmby. Popescu square. Rosenthal to Mabbott. Getting forward. Instead, Barmby stayed forward. It's a gift for Jurgen Klinsmann. It won't count. It won't count. Offside. All right. In fact, I don't think there was an offside. I think there was a decision by the referee, Roger Gifford, that there were feet high in the box there. It's a bit of a let-off for Norwich. The run of the ball favoured Spurs, and now it's Ronnie Rosenthal. Austin's gone outside him. Anderton, Rosenthal, fell to Barmby. It can't have missed by very much from Nicky Barmby. He got into a good position just a couple of minutes earlier and supplied one for Klinsmann, which didn't count. Rosenthal, Anderton. Klinsmann's free, and Anderton saw it so early. Brilliant football. Klinsmann, only one thought in his mind.
Next, Jurgen's first visit to the cauldron that is Highbury on London Derby Day. A sellout as always, but 5,000 supporters were able to savour the match as we introduced our first live link-up to the Jumbotron. A feature that will be a regular happening next season, bringing you the best action live from away matches anywhere in the country.
That was a terrible misunderstanding between David Seaman and his defenders there. And frankly, Arsenal were extremely lucky to get away with this. Rosenthal just wide. Well, Dixon just seemed to leave that for Seaman, who was taken by surprise by it. This is a better little spell from Spurs, who had to weather quite a storm. Anderton. Deep cross towards Klinsmann. Here's Sheringham. Turning, did very well to make an angle to get any kind of shot in Sheringham. Showing again what a classy, brainy footballer he is. Blocked by that Arsenal defence, but Tottenham maybe just emerging from that very uncertain spell they had when Arsenal had any number of chances. Anderton with the corner then for Spurs. Oh, Sheringham's in space here and against the post. That was a remarkable escape for Arsenal. Rosenthal lining one up. Well, Arsenal get away with that, and Teddy Sheringham may well believe that he should have put Spurs ahead here. Anderton's corner, and Sheringham pulls away into the space. Downward header, he got it right, except it hit the woodwork and bounced away. Klinsmann on towards Rosenthal. Well played by Steve Bold back there. Sheringham's deft little back header. Ronnie Rosenthal. Rocket Ronnie, oh, that was quite cleverly curled. Sheringham was attacking it too. And Rosenthal, who's been in and out of this Tottenham side, has looked as lively as anybody for them today. Austin wide for Rosenthal. Barmby takes over. Good ball into the channel for Anderton. And then Klinsmann, that was a beautiful move by Spurs. Klinsmann just unable to climax it with a goal, but really wonderfully worked. Barmby down into the channel. Anderton pulls this back very cleverly, and Klinsmann can't quite find the corner of the net. But terrific flowing football from Tottenham. Howells. Nice flick by Barmby, and then Klinsmann. And offside here, offside, it's not going to count. Sheringham put the ball in the net anyway, but no goal. Good build-up again by Tottenham. Howells, Barmby. Klinsmann shot blocked. And then headed down by Barmby, and offside Sheringham, who finished it quite nicely, didn't he? Just not quite rhyming for Spurs when they come forward just at the moment. Helder. Right. Still right. Beautiful stuff. Oh, is that a penalty kick? Yes, it is. Ian Wright is pulled back by Justin Edinburgh, and Arsenal have a penalty kick. It was a good, determined run, and there's no doubt about it, he was pulled back by Justin Edinburgh, and I don't think the referee had any option. Yep, penalty. And Ian Wright, who scored 6 goals in the last 3 matches, will take the penalty kick himself.
Well, is this Arsenal's moment? Ian Walker has bailed out Spurs once or twice, but now he faces the ultimate test. Right for Arsenal, 1-0. Stuart Houston isn't showing it, but they're absolutely delighted with this. The Arsenal fans at Highbury. Wright rams in another one. His 7th goal in the last 4 matches. Perfect penalty, really. Walker couldn't get to it. And Ian Wright, that's his 30th goal of the season. Here's Anderton. Out to Rosenthal, now occupying more a left-handed position. Edinburgh, this is dangerous by Tottenham. Full back, and Klinsmann's done it this time. He only needs half a second. We've hardly seen him in the game, but suddenly the German strikes, and that's his 28th of the season, and Spurs are suddenly, almost out of nowhere, back in business. And this is just one reason why they want to keep him. Great run by Edinburgh, who gave away the goal at the other end, and Klinsmann with an emphatic header to put Tottenham on level terms. Beautiful finish. He really does know where the goal is, doesn't he? So Calderwood with the free kick for Spurs. Flicked on nicely. Here's Rosenthal with a chance. Oh, that's a tremendous save by David Seaman. Well, the goalkeeper who did so much to get Arsenal into another European final with his penalty saves rescued his side here. Rosenthal's shot, great work. Sheringham nicely onto Klinsmann. It's a good-looking ball for Rosenthal. Tottenham suddenly looking very menacing again. Goes past Winterburn, does Rosenthal. That's Calderwood chipping it up. Klinsmann onto Sheringham. There was no offside flag. I think Arsenal half believed there might have been. Back in again. Oh, free header for Sheringham on that far post. And at this moment, Spurs look capable of maybe going on to take all 3 points here. Sheringham was definitely not offside. Quite a turnaround. Sheringham had pulled away into space. This is the goal by Klinsmann. Great finish, as you'd expect.
Newcastle at St James's Park. Another big match watched live at the Lane by the supporters not able to travel.
Newcastle have got a very good player in Keith Gillespie, and Newcastle, well, they are going to be linked with every player in the close season, particularly strikers. Now, the cross comes in, Walker's beaten, it's 1-0 to Newcastle here, and, well, it's a disaster for Tottenham. A simple header in the end, but these games so often involve goals, and Steve Watson with the cross, and Gillespie with his 4th goal of the season. Newcastle on fire at the moment, and often has to make the clearance. First corner of the match then. And Beardsley comes across to take it. And floats it away. And the header! Oh, it's in! It's Peacock! Well, now Spurs have got problems. 2-0 down inside 10 minutes. Well, Beardsley with the corner. And, well,
The one person you didn't want on the end on the goal line was Ronnie Rosenthal. Dean Austin. This is Ronnie Rosenthal. Wants to run at defenders, but the last time Spurs were 2-0 down, Rosenthal had a dream. Barmby's in here, and Nicky Barmby scores! And Spurs are back in it! And Barmby gets a deserved goal. And now, the comeback kings, Tottenham. Are they going to do it again? Well, Ronnie Rosenthal here played it inside to Nicky Barmby, and Klinsmann back to Barmby, and Barmby finished it off, 2-1. Now, who's going to take it? I tell you, this is a very, very dangerous situation for Newcastle. Darren Anderton would be my selection here. And here he is, number 9. I've got a feeling he might bend this one. And here he goes! Well, Cernacek did well to save it. Well, there's Anderton, and that was a good save. So Anderton then to take the corner. In comes the cross, and Klinsmann! 2-2, and Jürgen the German has done it again. That was clinical finishing of the highest quality. Well, Klinsmann's at the far post. He didn't need a second invitation. And 2 goals for Tottenham. Sheringham. And again, Sheringham. Oh, that's neatly done. Barmby. Anderton. Anderton! Oh, what a goal! You'll have to go a long way to get a better one. Darren Anderton with a real beauty. Goal of the season contender or what? Well, this was sensational. Edinburgh, Anderton. He's promised that so often. Now he's delivered. Well, that's extraordinary. You're witnessing one of the great turnarounds that Tottenham have ever produced. Now the flag goes up. Oh, Barmby, in fact, it's play on! And a penalty is given. Well, controversy here, but delight for Tottenham. Barmby allowed to go on and brought down by Cernacek. Now, what's the decision to Pavel Cernacek? This is the interesting one. Once he's given the penalty, it has to be a card, but what colour? Red. Well, there really wasn't any doubt. Cernacek can't believe it, but in the interpretations of the rules, Cernacek had to go. Sheringham and Cernacek argue. I don't know what he's arguing with Teddy for. It was Nicky Barmby. I'm sure Kevin Keegan will have a view on this as well. But who cares for Tottenham? It's a penalty. As Mike Hooper comes on. And his first job here will be to try and save a penalty. Spurs haven't had the best record of penalties. There's Keegan and there's Cernacek. Well, Fox has gone off. Now, Jürgen Klinsmann, 29 goals so far this season. Make it 29 still! Because Hooper, with his first touch, saves the penalty. First touch off his legs, denying Klinsmann from the penalty spot. He hit it straight at him. And the header! Oh, so close! Well, this is extraordinary. Now, Klinsmann missed the opportunity. We've had consistent drama, and I feel there's still some more. And Sheringham lays it off. Anderton! Oh, great save! Well, Darren Anderton denied here by a wonder piece of goalkeeping by Mike Hooper. Well, there was some ridiculous press speculation that Kevin Pressman might be coming to St James's Park with a reserve goalkeeper like Mike Hooper. Who needs an extra keeper? So it's 10 aside then for the last 20 minutes here. Anderton floats it in. Oh, Campbell! What a moment that would have been! It's just wide as well. I can't recall a game with as many chances as this, what I would regard as clear-cut chances. Let's have a look at this from behind the goal. And what a chance this was for Kevin Campbell. He mishit it, then it came off, and, well, it was headed wide by Teddy Sheringham. Only a yard wide at that. Well, he scored the only goal last year. It was at the other end of the ground. Remember it well. Vinny Samway put him through, and Teddy was away. It was a great finish. The only goal in Ozzy Ardinez's first match. Here's Jurgen Klinsmann. Well, this really has been unbelievable entertainment. Entertainment-wise, you've got to give it a 10 out of 10, that is. Could go either way in the closing stages. Both sides will give it everything. But one thing you've got to admire about Tottenham this season under Jerry Francis is their fitness level has been fantastic. And it's going to be tested again here. Walker made that look easy. A chance here. Oh, he's done it! Peter Beardsley makes it 3-3. And the ground erupts. Well, how a match can change. And now you look back at the penalty of Jurgen Klinsmann. Well, it wasn't the best of clearances, but Peter Beardsley here got goal side of Sol Campbell and beat Ian Walker. An extraordinary match takes another twist. Well, it really has been a night of drama. I can confirm now that Palace have lost. Oh, Klinsmann! Now he's beaten! He's got a chance! He's drawn it wide! And he knew that was an opportunity. He had much more time. He'll be very disappointed. Well, let's have a look at this again. And in slow motion. Well, Klinsmann only inches away.
Jerry's first visit back to Loftus Road since he arrived. Hopes were high, but his successor Ray Wilkins has moulded a fair side. But Teddy put us in front on half-time. But in the second half, that man Ferdinand equalised. He then finished off a scrappy build-up to keep the points at Loftus Road. Big Ron Atkinson brought his side to the lane, needing points to move away from the relegation zone. It was also the day our home crowd could witness the Jumbotron on match day, and the reception for it was first class.
Oh, here's Strachan. He's nipped in. What an interception that was. Just Dion Dublin in front of him. Wegley makes the run in the inside right channel. Wegley. Strachan. Oh, that's a great cross. Oh, what a goal for Coventry City. And Peter Unlove, after Gordon Strachan had done so well. 32 minutes gone, and Unlove opens the scoring. Walker, not the best clearance. One of the worst, in fact, Unlove. Wegley sitting down as to not interfere with play. Strachan. Penalty given. Coventry have a penalty. Gordon Strachan being brought down. Now this penalty could keep Coventry in the Premiership, because it's 3-0 to Leeds against Crystal Palace. Peter Unlove looking for a second goal. 2-0 would be hard for Tottenham to come back. Unlove has scored. It'll take a big effort now from Tottenham to come back into this one. It's 2-0. Here's Strachan. Oh, 3-0! Dion Dublin with a brilliant finish that ought to have saved Coventry's season. What a goal! Anderson, Klinsmann. Anderson goes in and must score, and does. Darren Anderson gets the consolation goal.
In the days following, Jurgen ended the speculation about his future.
I'd like to tell you how much I enjoyed being part of the English game. You personally gave me the highest accolade in sport by voting me to the Player of the Year here in England. To get this award was only possible with the great support of everyone at Tottenham Hotspur, beginning with Alan Sugar, the managers, and my teammates, but especially because of these marvelous fans. Because of this wonderful support, especially in the last months, this has been the most difficult decision of my entire career. At the age of nearly 31, I had to give serious consideration to my final career move. Amongst the numerous factors, I had to consider, first of all, where I want to build up my life after my career as a football player. And secondly, I'd like to finish my career with the guarantee to play for a championship title. I've never won a national title, and there's not much time left for me. The weeks of speculations had no bearing on my decision. It was only in the last days, after long meetings with Alan Sugar and Jerry Francis, I finally decided, for the reasons already mentioned, that after the end of the season, I'll finalize negotiations with Bayern Munich. But only the next years will show me if it was the right decision.
On the same day, Jerry Francis called a press conference to confirm his staying. He also spoke exclusively to Hotspur's video.
I mean, never really had a deal. I mean, we basically were just shaking hands on the fact that, with Alan, that I'll be here for another season. You know, it was a little bit of a close one, really. I've been thinking about it for some time, but I felt that I owed Alan Sugar another season, and the supporters have been magnificent, and the players, and all the staff that's connected with Tottenham have been tremendous to me since I've been here. I haven't had a full season here. Also, the staff that I brought with me from QPR, you know, obviously I feel responsible from that point of view as well. I've been very happy here, and the players have responded really well. The supporters have, directors, and everybody's made me feel at home. Staff here at Tottenham, and you know, I'd like to give it one full season anyway, and we'll see what happens, because I've been so happy here.
And of course you'll have that magnificent new stadium full by next season, won't we?
That's right. I mean, it has been a tremendous stadium. It's taken the time to build. The screen looks magnificent. The whole stadium looks magnificent. And you know, to be fair, the team have given most of the people that have come this season, home and away, some great times. And I had to pick the goal of the season the other day, and well, that must be the hardest decision I've ever had to make this season, because there were some outstanding goals, fantastic goals, and some great football. And hopefully we can keep that going, but also win something.
Before our final match at home to Leeds, our under-18 team paraded their South East Counties Championship trophy on the pitch, where so many of them hope to play in the future. The club is in good hands, and the reserves also won their championship.
Corner to Leeds. Tony Dorigo in Melbourne. And Walker just got the palm away. This is Wallace, though. Oh, what a great save by Ian Walker. It took a deflection off the defender, and Walker's reactions were so sharp there. It's been a good first half without ever quite catching a line. Klinsmann tried to get in a bit of space. And Spurs keep the pressure up. This is Edinburgh. And that's Sheringham! 1-0! Teddy Sheringham. It's Spurs 1, Leeds 0. What a good finish by Teddy Sheringham. And Jurgen Klinsmann clearly enjoying the goal too. Dorigo. Into the middle for Yeboah. Off the bar. Tony Yeboah. And somehow Ian Walker kept that out. Speed for Dean. And Leeds coming forward. Gary Speeds continued the run. Yeboah! Oh, what a save! Ian Walker. Ian Walker, the hero of the hour for Spurs. Never caught. Weatherall. And Dean. Now he's got Yeboah. McAllister's arriving in support as well. And Dean might go all the way here, and he has! What a superb goal from Brian
Now a
Dean.
message to round off the season exclusively for you Spurs supporters from our manager, Jerry Francis.
Jerry, can you assess, you've been at the club almost a full season now, can you assess what you've achieved so far?
Well, it's a little bit short of a full season, obviously. I didn't come till November, so, you know, it's probably around about, shall we say, 2/3 of the season. But in that time, they've, the team, the supporters, made me very welcome, and we've had a tremendous run in one way or another. In the FA Cup, reaching the semi-final, you know, falling at the final hurdle. It was a disappointing performance against Everton, but nevertheless, there were some tremendous games on the way. Winning at Sunderland, in particular, winning at Southampton, and obviously winning at Liverpool. And so it was, although it was very, very disappointing to fall at the final hurdle, there was some tremendous football and some tremendous goals in that run. In the league, we became very, very consistent. We didn't stop our goals for ratio, but we completely dried up goals against. In fact, so much so that we equalled the record of the club with 6 clean sheets, which I was very, very pleased with, and we ended up having 12 clean sheets from a situation, I think, of not having a clean sheet for nearly 18 months. So that was a a tremendous achievement as well by the players. They work very, very hard on their fitness level, and we've really sort of changed it around. You know, I think we ended up having a period of 30, 36, 37 games, including the cup games, and only having 5 or 6 defeats, which, you know, let's face it, is very, very good.
What do you feel now needs to be done next season?
Needs to be done? Well, I mean, you have to maintain your consistency level. That's obviously the one thing that gets you there, your consistency, your team shape, your pattern of play, you're working for each other. That's all the things, really, for me, that Liverpool used to have in their successful decades, really, which Manchester United have got now, which Blackburn have got now. From a point of view of needs to be done, obviously, you know, there's a couple of players leaving. You know, Jurgen obviously is a very big blow and leaves a little bit of a void which has to be filled. Giga Popescu has been to see us, myself and Alan, and said that he can't handle the demands of the English game, and obviously I would imagine he will be leaving. So there are players, you know, that will be leaving, and obviously they'll need to be, one way or another, they'll need to be filled, and the squad needs, I feel the squad needs improving on. Every team in the Premiership needs their squads to be improved on. There's no one, even Manchester United and Blackburn are still going out spending money on. So I definitely think we need a lot more strength in our squad, because we've had games where, like the semi-final, where we were struggling for full-backs and we've been struggling for other positions later on in the season. The last few games, particularly the Leeds game, we found ourselves about 8 or 9 players out of the Leeds game and had to bring in youngsters, you know, which helps for the future of Tottenham, but you do need to have a strong squad if you want to compete at the highest level. So overall, I'll be looking to try and do that. But one of the most important things is obviously you need the money to do that, and players these days are not cheap. So we'll have to see what we've got to spend and what we can do, and then obviously try and go about the business of bringing in the players you want. Although sometimes that's not very easy, because, you know, to be fair, you don't want to sell good players and you don't want to let good players go. Clubs want to keep them, and to get them, it's not very easy sometimes.
An interesting insight there from Jerry. Time now, though, to wish everyone good luck for next season. Hope you've enjoyed the last couple of hours, and it's goodbye until then.